Lesson number 3, life is an opportunity to be blissful.
Life is an opportunity to be blissful, yes. This is something that came up quite recently because my partner was, I woke up one morning, my partner was like washing dishes. You know, these days I'm feeling like I'm well. I don't really feel like I'm ill. I don't feel like I have cancer. I'm open to, I'm not complacent about it, but I don't see any reason to assume that I have. I don't feel like I have, and I take annual scan results and they've been good for the last couple of years. But yeah, my partner was drying the dishes, and she sort of just out of the blue asked me this question: what is life, Shani? What is life? And I was like, she doesn't normally ask those type of questions. So I was a bit surprised, like, why is she asking this? What is life? And I was going to make a joke about it. And then I saw she's very serious. No, like, what is life? I'm serious. So I began to think about it spontaneously right there. Like, what is life? What does that even mean? And I started to figure out what, and then from within me, the answer came: life is an opportunity to be blissful. That was the spontaneous thought that popped into my head, because it was just in that moment of silence, just feeling into that tangible feeling. Life is an opportunity to be blissful. And she challenged me and said, she was a bit skeptical with that answer. So she said, well, life isn't always blissful. And I said, I didn't say it was always blissful.
Yeah.
I said, it's always an opportunity to be blissful. And as I said that, the first thing was, wow, have I come this far? Because even before getting cancer, if you'd asked me what is life, I would have said it's a challenge. It's unfair sometimes, especially when I got cancer, it's unfair.
Yeah.
Even it's a tragedy. So you can have all these definitions. And here I was saying, no, it's an opportunity to be blissful. And then I thought, is that just because I feel I've gotten over the disease? Not necessarily. Whatever you're going through, it's still an opportunity to be blissful. It's just knowing and finding a way to be so. And that understanding takes you out of the victim mindset, which I think a lot of people are taught to have. And they build a story, often not through a fault of their own, but it's just a habit. And I was the same, of you're the victim of something. But as soon as you switch it around saying it's an opportunity to be blissful, then whatever the story is, there's a door that can be opened. Okay, I'm going through a divorce. Still, life is an opportunity to be blissful. Okay, I'm sick. Still, life is an opportunity to be blissful. And so it's a great fundamental starting point. And it keeps you rooted in the present of saying, I'm not stuck in a story about the past.
Yeah.
I am noticing that whatever my circumstances are, there's an opportunity to be blissful. And I now am going to seek the way to do that.
Yeah. So is it, I guess the way I relate to that is seeing the cup as half full rather than cup half empty.
Right.
It's about, it's a mindset shift to understand that even when things are bad, you can always choose to see the positive.
Correct.
In everything.
But there's another way of framing that as well, which I think is more inspiring. It's that we assume that it's just a way of seeing things without really touching into that. It's true. Like when I say life is an opportunity to be blissful, that's true. That's actually true. It's not just a flip of a switch. But you're right. It is a flip of a switch. Yeah. It's not just a flip of the switch.
Yeah.
It's actually true, and embracing and recognizing the fullness of that truth actually can change your whole energetic makeup, because it's not just see it this way or see it that way. Feel into the truth of this. Yeah. That changes your life. Now think of the power of the mind. We assume the negative is true. Okay, this is bad, but I can try and kind of frame it in a way, this is to your point earlier, in a way that kind of makes me able to tolerate it better, but really it's a bad experience.
Yeah, but this is about redefining or even controlling how you feel about it.
It's, for me, it's about seeing the truth of something. It's not like it's not just a brainwashing. It is a brainwashing.
You're not deluding yourself.
You're not deluding yourself and then having to...
redefining yourself.
That's right, because you're seeing something that you didn't see before. But people assume if you say it's awesome, then you're lying. You're just like trying to positive thinking. That's right. And you haven't seen the truth that it is awesome. Yeah. So this is why positive thinking often falls down, because deep down the person thinks it's just positive thinking, and therefore I don't really believe in what I'm saying. I'm just trying to convince myself that this is true.
There's definitely a lot of depth in that.